Hi everyone! Today we're going to have a refresher on the learning resources here at Brigham Young University Library. So let's get started. I'm also going to use this little red circle that's a highlighter so that you might be able to follow my mouse easier. So I'm going to go ahead, Chrome is my browser of choice. I'm going to come up here to this address bar and I'm just type in lib.byu.edu. And this is the homepage of the Brigham Young University Library. We're going to come down here to the Family History Library, click on that, and this is the homepage of the BYU Family History Library. Now what we want to talk about today is the free classes and webinars that are available here. So we're going to come here to the right hand side. Now remember there's different ways to get to the same information. So we're going to go ahead and come over here. You can also come over here under navigation and get the same thing. So we're going to click on free classes and webinars and we have our little list here. The first thing that we'll talk about is the in-library classes. Did you know BYU offers classes to the public on the second and fourth Sundays of the month? All sorts of different classes. You can also schedule classes for family, church, or community groups by calling this number right here or by emailing this address right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the class schedule. A couple of things to note. The free family history classes right here. Here's just some information. We're open from 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can also sign up for schedule updates with an email address and your name. As we scroll down, we have some printable class schedules, and these are really great. We have a quarterly schedule that's posted, and then we have a weekly schedule that's posted. So let's just take a look at the quarterly schedule. This happens to be April's. Look at the classes that have been taught this month of April. We've had Dutch research, German research, DNA. We've had tours. We've had family tree classes. We've had favorite online resources, Spanish research taught in Spanish. There's many classes that we offer here, and so it is helpful as a consultant or as anyone else looking at this to see just the variety of classes that BYU offers. So let's go ahead and go back. Those are classes. You can also just get a weekly schedule, which is just posted one at a time. So there that is. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. Know that those are there. Just maybe sign up for those classes if you are in the area of Provo, Utah. Okay, we're going to now come over. We'll use this side under navigation. We're going to go to our online webinars. There again, you can sign up to receive updates on upcoming webinars. And right here, you can come down and take a look at the schedule. Now, if you're never have listened to a webinar before or you're questioning how to get logged in, those kinds of things, if you want to listen to it live, here's a step-by-step guide to logging into the webinars that you can use. This information right here, you're going to go to the schedule right here and you are going to just follow the instructions right there. This is really helpful to know as patrons come into the library. They may ask about the webinars, they may have heard about the webinars, and you want to be able to say, here, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that. So let's take a look at the webinars that were scheduled in April. And as you can see, all of these webinars, we've got one more coming up, actually, and the rest of them have all taken place now. With the schedule, you have the date, the time. That time is the actual time that the webinar will be presented live. And then you have the class and the presenter. One little situation that I've run into a couple of times is we'll have patrons that will call in and say, I can't get into the webinar. Help me out, or what's the problem, or is it not happening today? And as I talk to them, I find out that they're trying to get into the webinar that has been recorded, but it hasn't been recorded yet. So say they're trying to get into this one that's Friday, April 14th, they're really interested into this digging deeper into Google for genealogists. However, they're trying to get into this recording, on April 5th. Well, it hasn't been recorded yet, so you just kind of guide them through and help them understand exactly how webinars work. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close that down. Also, as you look down the page, you can look right here. Here, it always highlights a past webinar, and then you have a long list of the webinars that have been done, and it's just a matter of clicking on anything that you're interested in. These webinars are also posted on our YouTube channel, and so you can get them several different ways. Okay, so let's go ahead now and go to our YouTube videos. Again, we can go navigation, which takes you to the list right here, and you can just look down and say, I think I'm looking at that new book eye scanner. Click on that and it'll take you straight to the webinar. Okay. Oh, a familiar face there. Now, another way to get to the YouTube videos is just to basically type in YouTube and come over, and in the search bar, just type in BYU Family History Library. Right there, click on that. And this first one that comes up is BYU Family History Library. You have the webinar split and video split, but you can see then there's this long list. Now, before we take a look at that, actually let's go ahead and just click on that, and you will see the list that you saw on the other place. Couple of things to remember. I know when we talk about YouTube, some people are really dead set against YouTube, and it's because of the unsavory things that maybe they have run into when looking for something. There's a couple of things that you can do to help mitigate that. Nothing is 100% foolproof, but with Chrome, Firefox, your browsers, you can add some extensions that will help block out some of the sites that you may not want to see. To do that, I'm going to show you, this is just Chrome. This is my browser. I come over here to the right and there's 3 little dots. Click on that, and what I want to do is I want to come down to more tools, and I want to come over to extensions. Now what these little extensions will do is it's just a piece of code that helps with these little programs help block out the things that you're not interested in. Like I said, it's not 100% foolproof, but it will help you out. The one that I have enabled right here is called uBlock Origin, and to enable it, you just tick it on and off. But first, I'm sure you're thinking, how in the world did you get that in the first place? Anyway, you just go to extensions, and I had this list, so for me it would be get more extensions. So just come up here, and you just want to type in, say I want ad block. I want to block ads. I'll just go to ad block. There it is right there. Click on it. Here's this first one that comes up, and you just add it to Chrome. When you do that, you can then just look right up here in the right hand side, and you will have something there that lets you know. You'll have a little icon there that will let you know what you have added. So there are several things. If this doesn't make any sense to you, grab a grandchild that can help you out with this. So we're going to go ahead and close this down, close the extensions down, and if you decide at some point you're not interested in these and you don't want them anymore, you can either get rid of them or you can just disable them for the moment. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll close that out. Here's our couple of other things we want to let you know about YouTube. We have our home page. Then you can also create your own channel for personal use. And so a few years ago we started this, and we haven't done really great with it because my kids take most of the videos that they send me different ways. But about 5 years ago, our oldest granddaughter was learning how to walk, and we thought it'd be fun for the rest of the family that's scattered around to be able to see this. So we created a YouTube channel, and we uploaded that video so that my kids, grandparents could see this. And you can make it public or private. And if you do that, if you make it private, it will just be invitations to your family members. You can also get subscriptions right here. And if you look right here, you can look at the 3 subscriptions I have: the BYU Family History Library, Studio C, and MyHeritage. Okay, so that's how, and if you don't know how to do any of this or you don't feel comfortable, you can, again, ask a grandchild, ask another family member, or ask a fellow missionary or someone that's around you. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is the Temple and Family History Consultant Training. These are fabulous videos. It's fabulous training that has been done by Sister Judy Sharp of the training committee. She has taken the information for Family History Basics and put it into 16 short videos. They're all put together. All you need to do, they can be used anywhere, anytime, for any training, is click on them. They're all linked.
Searching.
It will auto start. They're very colorful. They're really nice, and you can just watch it. This one happens to be 11 minutes and 55 seconds. The other thing you will notice is she has handouts. So you don't even have to create a handout. Here it is. And this will just be the piece that will help you. It'll hold your hand as you go along learning this information. There again, this is really good for any kind of situation where you find yourself needing to train. Either you've thought it out carefully and need to use it, or a moment's notice. The last thing I want to show you is she has also collected what we're calling family history nuggets. These can be a help. They're half-page handouts that you can edit, and you can pass them out to ward members that to help them get interested in family history, or you can post them on bulletin boards or anything like that. But let's just take a look at what one of those looks like. Let's look at old occupations. Okay, we want to go ahead and download that. And since I work on a Mac, I have a different things that are a little bit different. But here's just one of the nuggets. As you can see, 2 to a page. Could your ancestor have been a shrimp shonger? Shrimp shonger. Well, what the heck is a shrimp shonger? Come over here. It's an artisan who carves in bone, ivory, or wood. I had no idea. Most people wouldn't have any idea, nor have any interest. However, it catches their attention. I was looking through this list, and I think the paper ironer or Times ironer would have been my problem for me. It's a servant responsible for ironing the daily paper. Now, if I were a servant, I'd probably be in trouble because I would be reading the daily paper instead of ironing it for my employer. If you'll also notice at the bottom it says, for help with your family history or questions, call, and then you can put your name and your phone number. And if you want to receive these through email, you can send a request here. So there's many ways to get the information out. I hope that these ideas about the family history or the BYU learning resources that are available have been helpful for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.